Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another Dokkan Battle video, and today we've got a very special video for you guys. We're going to be talking about the worldwide celebration, and today's video is going to be extra special because I've got a couple of guests with me that I'm going to intro in a second. But basically what we want to do, this is a really fun time of year, and we want to really talk about and speculate what is coming for worldwide, because this is something that a lot of people are really excited about. It's probably the most hyped celebration. I think on global, worldwide is even more hyped than anniversary, because even though anniversary is cool, it's like we've been sitting on it for 6 months, whereas this is going to be all like brand new. So it's going to be very, very exciting, and I think we're all really excited for it. So what we're going to do is we have a special collaboration that's going to be 3 parts. Part 1 is going to be here on my channel, and what we're going to do is in each part we are going to talk about a theme that we want or that we think would be very interesting for the worldwide celebration, and then the guests will kind of give their thoughts on that as well. So without further ado, I would like to introduce my wonderful guest. It's kind of like the return of the Dokkan Battle podcast. So first we've got up my good friend Minato. Minato, how you doing today, bud?
Tired. I'm
Tired?
doing good.
Are you excited to
well,
talk about worldwide or what?
of course, worldwide biggest celebration of the year. Finally the global player base can experience real Dokkan. Like it's amazing, right?
Exactly,
I'm a
exactly.
JP player though.
You are, but you have pity for us global players, because my next guest is also one of my fellow global mains. Give it up for the mass Ningen. Ningen, how you doing today, boy?
Yo, how's it going, everyone? Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. People have been asking about worldwide for quite a while, so it's going to be fun to discuss the various different ideas over the course of these 3 videos.
Wait, I just realized it's 2 global, 1 JP. I gotta ring up truth real quick, man.
I mean, Ningen dabbles in JP, right? He's got a JP.
Not
account.
really.
Not really. No, you're done. You gave
No,
up on that.
Oh my goodness. Look,
He's
I'm
all
telling
done.
you, Ningen, 9th anniversary, biggest Ningen GP debut. He's gonna have 10k stones. I'm saying it right here.
I mean, unless they actually sync the games, and then Global will be eating, because then we'll all have the 9th anniversary together. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah,
You know,
let's hope.
it's what
That's
we
like
need to
six.
happen.
That's a discussion 6 months from now.
That's right. All right, well, let's go ahead and jump into it. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about a theme that I would like or that I'm hopeful for, and then we're going to kind of go back and forth. We're going to talk about main units, we're going to talk about Easyas, things that we'd like to see during that themed celebration, right? So, I'm going to jump in, and I think the theme that I would really like is a Broly movie celebration. Now, specifically, I'm going to design mine around Dragon Ball Super Broly, just specifically that movie, but I think they very well could structure it like the Cooler celebration they did last year and just pick a couple of Broly movies, right? So first, I just want to know your guys' thoughts on what do you think the probability of this celebration would be, and do you think it's hype? So Ningen, I'll start with you. What do you think about this idea of a Broly celebration?
I think it definitely would be exciting for a lot of people. Broly is a character that's always quite popular. We haven't had a Z version of Broly for a couple of years now, from the Saiyan Day, was it 2021? And obviously, don't even get started this early in the video about Dragon Ball Super Broly, who's had one major card and then a mid, to be kind, I guess, side banner unit. So yeah, I think a lot of people want to see new Brolys. I think the only criticism I've seen anyone say about potential Broly themed celebration is a lot of people want the worldwide to be that big celebration where we get some major extreme buffs for not just a good extreme unit, but other extreme teams. And obviously Broly doesn't have like the links that make him work well on extreme teams. So as someone who is a fan of Broly, I think it would be super hype. I think the celebration itself could be structured well and people would enjoy it. But I think people would be disappointed about how he would then fit onto other teams, unless they do the absolute GOAT move. They just get the guy who designed LR Gogeta for the anniversary and actually gave him Saiyan Raw for the first time. You just get that guy to design Broly and just give him big bad bosses. But
Well, Ningen, they're going to come out with that big bad boss's limo that we've been waiting on, right? Because he's a big
yeah,
bad
the true
boss.
big bad boss.
Yeah, exactly. Minato, what do you think about a Broly celebration for the theme?
L hate it, terrible.
Oh no.
Okay, look, I know people love Broly's, but I'm the exact person Ningen described right there. I need my big bad bosses, thirst for conquest, nightmare, fear and faith. Everything like that. I need all of that. all of that in Worldwide, man. I am not skipping a year just so someone can get their prepared for battle Saiyan villain. Bruh, I don't care. Unless they give them big bad bosses, thirst for conquest, uses nightmare, all those villain links, just screw prepared for battle and everything. I'll be okay with that. But unless they do that, which they're probably not gonna do it. I mean, being fair, Broly's really exciting, right? We haven't had a full power Super Saiyan Broly in a while, but I feel like this is a place, especially where Super Saiyan Goku would likely be a big part of that. That it would still make people frustrated in terms of it being a pick. At least right now, I think generally it's a good pick, right? But people have been asking for villain buffs. People have been being like, too many Super Saiyan Gokus, too many base form Gokus, right? That I'm not sure how well it would do right now. I feel like at the end of the day, we can get a good Broly movie celebration. People will look back and be like, wow, that's the best celebration in Dokkan history. Maybe you made the best celebration right now, Joe, but
Maybe.
I guess we'll have to see. But at least this my in terms of my initial thoughts, and if it's Broly movie, I would be like half disappointed, honestly. Considering what else we could potentially be getting.
Well, one thing I'll say is if they can give an SR Super 17 big bad bosses, they could come out with a Broly and just give them big bad bosses, right?
Yeah, no, we're getting SR Broly with big bad bosses, and then the
Oh, yeah.
main one won't have it.
Right, they'll come out with a new one that's SA fodder, but they'll give them big bad bosses. Why not, right? Why not?
Yeah, they'll bring out a Lemo card that has Thirst for Conquest, and then give Broly
Yes,
Grudge.
that's right. Well, next one I'm going to talk about is my thoughts on what the main banner units, and the way I'm going to structure this is I'm going to go with the assumption they're going to structure it like last year. So we're going to say 2 Dokkan Fest LRs and 2 Carnival. I'm not going to say like part 1 will be this, part 2 will be this necessarily. Actually, I will do that, sure. Because we'll pair a Dokkan Fest with a Carnival. So you guys, if you want to rack your brains and think of some units you would like to see for this, if it were a Broly celebration, as I go through my ideas. But here's what I'm thinking, and I know this specific celebration is a stretch because it's way more likely to be multiple Broly movies. I tried to design one that was just Dragon Ball Super Broly, which I know can be a stretch with the amount of characters we have, but I think I might have pulled it off. So part 1, I think, will be the very obvious one. It would be a Dokkan Fest full power Broly, like standalone full power Broly. That's what I've been wanting. Give them big bad bosses. I would be totally cool with that. And then the Carnival would actually be a standalone Blue Gogeta. And then I think the banner unit would be a Chilai and Lemo Join Forces card. And that way it could be linked with Broly, Chilai, and Lemo, and could be linked with Chilai and just have that cohesiveness. So that would be my choice for part 1. And then part 2 would be kind of a little bit more obscure, but I think could still be interesting. So I'm going to go with a Dokkan Fest Bardock and Ginei card, which I know is a little bit of a stretch, but could have enough hype there if the animations are good. And I like the idea of like Bardock and Ginei possibly being like, you know, have things that Bardock might have, like Scouter, be very offensive, but then Ginei could come in with like an active skill and have insane support, kind of like the banner unit one, but like on a, you know, Dokkan Fest level, could be a very interesting unit. And then the Carnival, and I'm really drawing inspiration from the Dragon Ball Super card game because there's a specific card I have in mind, but it would be a Final Form Frieza, Broly, and Paragus, like right when they get off the ship, and they could do made up animations where like all 3 of them are interacting, but I think that would be cool. And I just really want better Final Form Frieza cards, so I think this could be an interesting Joint Forces card. And then the banner unit would be a King Vegeta, which we just, and I know that's kind of a stretch because King Vegeta isn't a big part of the movie, but just to give us a King Vegeta card, like I think we're really starving for a good one, because all we got is the Super Strike one. So that's my thoughts. Once again, it's kind of a stretch because it's just Dragon Ball Super Broly, but you guys can dive into other Broly movies. So Minato, are you ready to talk about potential units you think you'd want to see for these Dokkan Fests?
I mean, if it's just Dragon Ball Super Broly, that's just a stretch. Like, to kind of bring it in there. But honestly, I would just simply say Fury Broly has gotten nothing except the AGL one. God
True.
Vegeta needs a Dokkan Fest. Blue Gogeta has got nothing standalone.
Yep.
Full Power Super Saiyan Broly, nothing standalone. 4 of those characters, that'd be perfect to me, honestly.
Yep.
Just a Super Saiyan God Vegeta, and then Fury Broly, then Blue Gogeta, and Super Saiyan Legendary Broly. And then for the battle units, again, and Lemo would be pretty good. And then probably just like another Final Form Frieza, maybe a Paragus. Paragus doesn't have a standalone SSR, I think.
Yep.
Except for I guess he doesn't have a standalone TUR. Technically, he does have an SSR, but
Yep.
this at the top of my head, if we're doing strictly Dragon Ball Super Broly, I feel like be the most like hype choices.
Yep.
Though I do like your choices because they're kind of distinct too. Like Frieza, Paragus, and Broly card could be somewhat interesting, but I feel like the links and
The
categories.
links and categories would be an absolute nightmare. I would not deny that.
You
They
have to
would be
make
a
them like
nightmare.
Bulma, bruh. It's
Right.
like Bulma better. Actually, no, I love your idea. Bulma, but better for villains?
Yep. Heck yeah.
That would have Thirst for Conquest. Wait a minute. You might be cooking there, buddy.
Yeah, they could have space traveling warriors.
Yes.
They could have joined forces. They could have big bad bosses. They could give them some, they could fit in there enough.
Right, I think Joe's cooking.
I think so. I think so. Ningen, any thoughts on what units you'd like to see? And you can dive into other Broly movies. It doesn't have
Yeah,
to
I
just be
think
Super.
I think from what we saw last year, I mean, obviously, what Minato said, the part 2 choices that you went through, I think are interesting because they are different. I think with the worldwide, they really need to make the 4 headliners like hype characters that people who maybe have left the game for a while, or even people who are new to the game, would get super hyped for. So I'm not sure if having like Frieza, Paragus, and Broly as a card would do that. I think the Minato's choices for the second ones are really interesting. God Vegeta, obviously the travesty that was his only cards, Easy A.
Yep.
I mean, one of the first teasers we saw from the trailers and stuff was that awesome animation where he goes God in the Broly movie. So having that as like an intro for a Dokkan Fest LR for a God Vegeta would be awesome. And yeah, definitely the Wrathful Broly not having any other cards. I think that would be a perfect opportunity to do that. But I do think if it was down to me and I was going to do, like, just given the theme, Broly movies for worldwide, I would definitely make one of the parts the Dragon Ball Super movie, but I would make the other part one of the Z Broly movies. Now, the Int Broly that we got for Saiyan Day a couple of years ago was from the first Broly movie, and as Minato said, a lot of people don't really want to go back to that because it means the card opposite him would be another Super Saiyan Goku, most likely. So I think we could have do the second Broly movie as the other part, have a new LR Broly from that second movie, and then have the Carnival LR, or either way, it doesn't matter which one's the Carnival, which one's the Dokkan Fest, I guess. But have the other LR just be a Super Saiyan Gohan, and then give him an active skill that is a freshly updated, super awesome quality animation, Family Kamehameha. His side banner unit could even be like a new Goten, big movie hero buffs. I think that would be a pretty cool way of not having yet another Super Saiyan Goku while still doing a new Z Broly.
Yeah, for sure. That's something I've been hearing. It's like we've got a million Super Saiyan Gokus, so whatever they do, please, something without a super. I think we've got like 3 or 4 Gokus that are Carnival, and I think 3 of them are Super Saiyan or 2 of them are Super Saiyan. Like we got, yeah, it's ridiculous the amount of Gokus.
Well, it's like the third Carnival LR was a second Super Saiyan
yes,
Goku.
Yeah, it's just like, okay, chill. And then we got the base Goku as well, so.
We just gotta go for that Alan Dokkan special, man. Super Saiyan Gohan and Broly.
I mean, I think it works, right? If you give him the Family Kamehameha, because that's awesome. Gohan's cool. I mean, he doesn't really do much in the movie. But,
that one needs new animations though. Like using the Easy Tech Gohan and Goten, you see their animation and like, dang, that kind of sucks.
It's all right. It's just one of those things. It's interesting because it's done from it's like the face onto the camera perspective, but that like the epic scene, the way I remember it, because I loved the second Broly movie when I first saw it, is that side on, kind of like the Easy ATURs have the really basic version of, but where it's the side on view of the 3 of them and the whole screen is blue, like that in modern day Dokkan animation would be awesome for
Did you ever notice
an LR.
Did you ever notice that the AGL Super Saiyan Gohan's like card art, like the effect is off of his hands, and then you can notice it if you look at it?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I think we talked about that before.
Dokkan, it just all comes in a circle, doesn't
But
it?
yeah, the only other thing I would say, I guess, is actually I did discuss this ages ago when people were talking about Broly movie stuff. They could do a first Broly movie one without giving us a Goku, and basically make the card kind of like the unit super from that STR banner Trunks, where it's Trunks and Gohan, because then they'd be on like Hybrid Saiyans, Super Saiyans, and then just give them a standby where they then go into just the finish attack is Goku doing the like miracle punch at the end, but the Goku isn't actually the card. I think that could be quite cool. So just so we just don't get another Super Saiyan Goku.
Right. Release Super Saiyan Goku as like the quote unquote Beast Gohan. Just make him like an active skill or something as a part of another unit, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, y'all don't want Bio Broly? What about Bio Broly? Come on now.
I got it. Super Saiyan Vegeta actives goes him getting absolutely demolished, then Goku comes in.
I think that the original joke I made is that it would be the Trunks and Gohan, and then the standby is just a Vegeta on his knees, like it's the standby where he doesn't attack, and it's just him. It's just him like freaking out about how they're all going to get killed by the legendary Super Saiyan, and then after you charge up the thing, Goku just comes in with the super punch.
That's actually kind of beautiful.
As a Vegeta fan, though, I would hate that, but it would also be pretty hilarious.
Look, even you have to admit, as a Vegeta fan, it's fun to make fun of him.
True.
Exactly.
Sometimes, right? He has his moments.
It's that crying behind the laughing mask meme. We have to join in making fun of Vegeta so we don't feel bad.
Exactly. All right. Well, let's move along to the next portion. So next, I want to talk about Easyas. So talk about any main Easyas that you think could happen during this celebration, and could be LR Easyas, Dokkan Fest Easyas, whatever. So I've kind of cherry picked a few that I think could happen. So for Dokkan Fest Easyas, I'm thinking Imp Broly. Could be a little early for him, but he definitely could be a possibility. And once again, for Easyas and free to play, I did dive outside of Dragon Ball Super because you're very limited, right? So I think they would extend out. But I think AGL Bardock would be a really prime one, especially if they go in with my idea of doing like Bardock and Ningen in Part 2. I think AGL Bardock would be a really nice Easy. And then potentially maybe Tech LR Gogeta. Could be a little early for him, but just because it would be a Gogeta to go with the other Gogeta, possibly. But I think the slam dunk for this one for LR Easyas is Broly, Chila, and Lemo. And I think they definitely could get their Easy for sure. And then Tech LR Broly, I think, would be another really prime LR Easy that they could do during a celebration like this. And then for banner units, I think Int, Broly, and Paragus, they're definitely due. The STR, Bardock, and Gine, and we've gotten stuff from Year 5 Easy Aid, so like we could Easy Aid Year 5 units. And then what I think they could do to kind of, for the cooler celebration, we had all the metal coolers. Why not give us all the TUR Grade 8 Bardock Easy A? So Team Bardock, all those Grade 8 units could Easy A, very similar to the style of the free-to-play metal coolers. I think that would be really awesome just to get that big chunk of 5 right there, because they did, I think it was like 9 Easy A's or 10 Easy A's last year. So I think those the Bardock squad could actually be very, very cool. So Ningen, I'll start with you. Do you have any ideas of what you'd want to Easy A, or maybe you just agree with the ones I put out? Anything different you can think of, or anything that you want to chime in on?
Thing is, like, I like some of the choices that you've picked, but I feel like obviously you're tying it back to there being a Dokkan Fest Bardock as part of the celebration.
Right.
But I feel like that kind of leads away from the theme being like Broly movie stuff.
Sure.
I mean, I would love to get those Easy A's. I think that's why, going back to what I was saying for my picks for like the way they would split the parts, I think by making that clear distinction between like the different Broly movies, that obviously then gives them, I mean, I guess, if the theme of the anniversary is Broly, or the celebration is Broly, they could just Easy A the Tech Broly anyway.
Right.
But if part of the celebration is literally being the second Broly movie, then obviously the Tech LR Broly Easy A is a no-brainer.
Yep.
And there's that physical Gohan that came out. He was the side banner for the Go Bros, right? He's the Movie Heroes support unit.
Oh, yep.
Came out around the same time as them. So him getting an Easy A would be good. He's another Movie Heroes support. So again, if we did get like a new Gohan or new Family Kamehameha unit, something like that, he would work really well for them. I do agree if they're doing Dragon Ball Super Broly stuff, exactly what you said, right? We need the Broly, Chila, and Lemo, the Paragus and Broly. Be interesting to see, because I guess they could split the 5-year side banner units, because obviously the Bardock and Gine would make sense, even if there is no Bardock card, because it's like a new Bardock card. It is part of the Broly movie, that flashback. So them getting an Easy A would be cool. And then I guess they could just separate, like leave the Trunks and my side banner unit from the other banner for a different celebration. So that would be pretty cool. But yeah, I think anything tied to any Brolys or characters from the Broly movies, I think it would be hype, right? Imagine no one expected when they dropped the 4-year LR Easyas for the anniversary,
Right.
because everybody expected those to be too soon. So something like Int Broly or that Tech LR Gogeta,
Yep.
I feel like even though a lot of people would say like, oh no, it is too early, like that would be peak hype if that came out as like the last part of the anniversary, and it was like, oh, one of these units that's only really like 2 years old is now getting an Easy and the Easy was super good. Then yeah, I think people would love that. So
Yeah, for sure. Minato, any thoughts on the EZAs?
No, I think I pretty much disagree with those easy A's, right?
Yeah.
I feel like you guys had a good speak about them. But if I did take that in Broly into Omega, and he actually did better than I thought.
Yep.
So like I
I saw
imagine
that.
easy A, I think he could be pretty solid for sure with the damage reduction stuff.
Yeah, that Broly is sneaky good, man. He is sneaky good.
Just make, I can't remember what his chance for his additional attacks to be supers is, but just put that up, make it more likely for them to actually be supers, so you can get those stacks, and then
that high chance. Give him 2 additionals, guaranteed high chance each. That'd be sick. Because the stacks, he can stack pretty slowly, unless he gets multiplicative defense. But that's just getting into a whole other thing.
No, you're all good. So next I'm going to go into free-to-play units. So I just have some ideas for free-to-play units that would easy. So I think typically the kind of format we get is I think we typically get like one new free-to-play unit that will easy A, and then other free-to-play units randomly could easy A. So some ideas I threw out. There's a free-to-play Int Super Saiyan Broly, which I think is directly from the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie. I think it was like the very first unit they gave us, or they did like a fight against him very early on. So he would be one. I think there's a free-to-play physical Super Saiyan 3 Broly that definitely could have a chance. We hate to say it, but Bio Broly needs an easy A, so there's a Bio Broly chill in there.
He needs an awakening for a
right,
start.
Right. And then if they are going to throw in like some Bardock stuff, this could be Int LR Team Bardock, especially if they go with all the grade 8 BZAs. I think that could be a really nice piece there. And I think the new free-to-play unit would be a standalone Paragus, which I know you had brought up earlier as a possible like banner unit. But I think a standalone Paragus in general is something that we need. So, Minato, do you have any ideas for cool free-to-play options or EZAs that I didn't mention?
Honestly, it's like no. It's very hard to pull like sources from those movies because I feel like they've done them so much. But
Right.
maybe it could be just a Super Saiyan Goku, like the one that fought Broly. Because I feel like there's some animations you could pull from him.
See, look at this man. Has to get a Super Saiyan Goku into the celebration.
You
have to.
Unbelievable.
What about a Super Saiyan Vegeta from his fight against Broly? Huh?
Sure.
Okay, there you go.
Like a transforming Super Saiyan Vegeta, because that animation isn't in the game. That would be really sick on a banner unit, or like maybe the LR, like summonable LR would be like Super Saiyan Vegeta that transforms into God Vegeta or something. But I don't know, just something from the Super Broly movie probably, because like for free to play LR, unless they do like all the Z fighters again together, I'm not sure what exactly they could do. Free to play LR Paragus, easy.
Yep. Ningen, do you have any ideas?
The only one unit that definitely stands out in my mind straight away that we didn't mention as well, so he's from that same free-to-play story event, is the physical Golden Frieza.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Because he's a movie boss's support unit, I think, and I'm pretty sure he has, even though it's not a lot, and obviously he's a free-to-play unit, so it's not like it helps him in super difficult events, but I'm pretty sure he has some damage reduction as well. So if he got an Awakening and an Easy A as part of the celebration, and they just kind of built on that, so it's just a solid little movie boss's support with damage reduction, I think that could be pretty good. But yeah, I think out of all the ones that we've mentioned so far, those are the ones that kind of stand out. Paragus would definitely be good. I was trying to think of something along the lines of the Metal Coolers, because obviously last year we got the Easy A's for like the full free-to-play teams, but there's not really anything they could do, I think, that would, actually be hype, because the only thing I can think of is like the Frieza army that Bardock fights in space, but like who cares about free-to-play units of them, really? So
Right, yeah, and that's why I kind of came up with the idea of, the Great Apes would kind of fit into that, but like you said, that's leaning maybe too much into Bardock, and it's really tough, right? So who knows? But they've done stuff like that before, where they've like tossed Bardock stuff on the end because it was kind of related. Because what was it at the end of like a Namek celebration? Didn't they go into like Bardock stuff after, just because it kind of tied to right after that? I feel like that was a thing that happened. Maybe it was during the Namek celebration. I don't know. I feel like they've done it before, but you never know. Anyways, that's basically it. I just wanted to cover kind of those main aspects of the celebration. So, do you guys have any other things that you would want to bring up about the celebration, or any other topics, any events you'd like to see, things like that?
Nope.
No?
I'm good.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, so I think that's basically it. That's what I wanted to cover. So, really appreciate my two guests coming. So, Ningen and Minato. Ningen, for people that aren't familiar to you, do you want to just tell them like where they can find you and what you do on your channel?
Yeah, I'm just proud global main, pumping out the Dokkan stuff every day. Check out my channel. I have a second channel that's just playing other random games, but if you're only into Dokkan, obviously you'll find that all on my main channel. So, but yeah, I appreciate being part of the discussion, and I'm looking forward to part 2 as well.
Yeah, and so Ningen, your main channel's The Masked Ningen, and then Ningen Plays is your other gaming channel. And then Minato, do you want to tell people where they can find you in social media?
Minatos_flash on twitter.com. I mean, x.com. My bad.
Yeah, x.com. Yeah.
And then just Minato's Flash on YouTube. If you're having a hard time finding me because of all the Naruto clips, just put Minato's Flash Dokkan on YouTube, and then that's pretty easy to find me there. I'm a JP player. I'm ahead of the game, you know, and I do my best.
And you got those Twitter translations. Don't forget. Don't undersell yourself on those Twitter
Yeah,
translations.
I was getting
All
to
right.
that. Oh my goodness! I translate garbage free to play units like the batch we got last night. Pretty fun. And it's the greatest when it's like data download. Oh, there's 10 units, right? But anyways, that's where you can find me. And you know, you just want to read translations? That's fine. Just get me with the follow. I'll keep you all updated. I'm reading One Piece. You know, One Piece is pretty good, right?
Yeah. Got that Gear 5, you know. All right, so
I'm not there yet, but
not there yet, right? Yeah, it's gonna be a while. So, anyways, if you guys are interested in finding out Minato's pick, check out his. The part 2 is going to be over on his channel, and then part 3, if you want to find out Ningen's pick for worldwide, that's going to be part 3. So definitely check out all the other parts on their channels. Thanks for watching. We'll catch y'all on the next one.